What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Poor Judgment. We are here. This is the post-fight clarity we have now, as in me. As in, why did I waste that hour of my life? Actually, it was a couple hours, but but what is up, Marcus? How you doing, my man? What's new? What's exciting?
Nothing new, nothing super exciting. It's just normal. We're getting ready to go to Montana next week, so I guess that's like land of the free, home of the brave. So
God's country, right there. I like
exactly.
that.
So besides that, dude, it's just literally like we started this weekend getting everything ready. We leave next Saturday, something like that. So, but yeah, just that's literally been it. Took the kid out to like a little local fair. She had an absolute blast. I am absolutely beat. So we're a couple drinks in before this podcast. So
that's what I'm talking about.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, cool. Yeah, so yeah, there's a few things I gotta say. So we gotta first is so the fans know I was watching the Ronda Rousey versus Gina Canaro fight. Anyways, so up to that, great. First three matches were all knockout first rounds. I was like, okay, let's go.
Damn.
Then the Nate Diaz match happened.
Mm-hmm.
First round, good. Blood's already going. Because, you know, Nate Diaz is an easy bleeder, apparently.
Dude, I don't know why. It's always been that way.
So they said the reason why is because he has like a lot of scar tissue around his eyes. So when he gets hit really bad, it like always bleeds very easily.
Wouldn't you think that means the skin is tougher?
Beats me, bruh. Beats me. Because I cut my hand on a Spam can one time and that skin never came back. I'm still fighting for that. So yeah, they ended up going into the second. It was almost done with the second, but then they or was it the second or third? I think it was second or third. They end up calling it because there was so much blood. And I mean, dude, it was a lot. And you're like, that came from one dude? Like,
damn.
Yeah, and Nate ended up losing. So then this is where I really got heated. So it was the Ronda Rousey fight, the main fight, what we all came here to see. It starts. All right, they grapple to the floor. Gina gets hit twice. Now I was rooting for Gina because she's my girl from Vegas, so you know we rooting for her. She's also a lot prettier. Gets down there, Ronda armbars her, submission 15 seconds in.
Damn.
Bro, 15 seconds in.
I am of the mindset, and I always will be. You cannot dissuade me from this. If Ronda Rousey had stayed loyal to the UFC and had not gone adventuring into the movie realm or anything like that,
or WWE, yeah,
or WWE, she would not have lost. To this day, right now, she would still be the longest reigning female champion the UFC has ever seen.
And I absolutely agree. And it's funny because like I was rooting for Gina, but then when I saw the record, I was like, yeah, but Ronda has way more fights and she won a lot more. And I was like, because Gina only had 8 fights, 7 wins and 1 loss. And then Ronda only had 12 fights with 2 losses. And I agree. Like, honestly, I wish she had gotten back on that horse because, like, okay, yeah, you lost and then you took a hiatus, came back and lost again. Okay, that's fine. Muhammad Ali didn't win every single boxing match, you know?
Yeah, but she's not Muhammad Ali. Like,
I mean, I know, but what I'm getting at is that if the GOAT can lose and get back on that horse, you can get back on that horse.
I don't. When your heart's out of it and you've already sold your soul to the devil, which is WWE,
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, you're not coming back. Like, look at Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah,
Brock
that's true.
Comes out of WWE, done. Like, been done for years, retired basically. Right. And all of a sudden he gets into UFC and the dude is a dog.
Dude, he was manhandling people. Yeah, he was crushing.
Bro, like, the fights were just phenomenal. And then you get to the point where I understand he gets sick. He almost dies. He has, like, his last fight was like, oh, thank you so much for all the opportunity and everything. Like, but still, he was also if you looked at him at that time, he was working his way back into the WWE.
He was, yeah, making appearances and yeah.
There is a common denominator here, folks.
Well, and I think it's like, on one hand, you make more money for doing what I would say is less work.
Yes.
For sure. Because you're not actually fighting somebody in WWE.
Yeah.
Like, you already know who's winning, how you're going to do it and stuff. But I will say that, like, I mean, yeah, I wasn't obviously comparing her to Muhammad, but I agree in the sense that, like, I think she should have, had she stayed or just went back out there, I think she would have been one of the, I mean, she probably still is one of the greatest, but
Yeah.
as far as female, yeah, but I think she still would have made it even bigger than that. And so I agree, like, once you made that WWE money, bruh, you ain't coming back.
No.
And Brock Lesnar just left, and Brock
Yep.
Lesnar after that never went back. Like, he
Yep.
never went back. And it's like, dude, you lose one time, it's like an ego thing. And it's like, just go back out there. Like, one thing I will say, Nate Diaz did not have a great record, but Nate Diaz was out there.
Always.
Yeah,
Always fought.
He always went back out there.
It got to a point where it's like, hey, Nate, bro, you're getting your ass beat every time you come out, dude. Like,
that's what they just said on there.
I love you. But, bro, every time you come out, you get your ass beat. Like, just let it go.
They were like, this is how the last match. I
Yes.
was like, bro.
Yes, dude. Like,
Yeah.
the last 3 that I've seen of Nate were all just like, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
didn't Nate fight in one of the Jake Paul
Yeah, he
cards?
did. He did, yeah.
And
And then
he
the guy he fought also fought Jake Paul.
He kind of looks like shit then, too. Like,
yeah, for sure. Which, I mean, I think a lot of them did, except for the last guy that actually beat Jake Paul, because that dude's fighting Tyson Fury next. And so I'm like, that's going to be good.
we'll see.
We'll see. Not Jake Paul, the guy who beat Jake Paul.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I clarify that, because Jake Paul would get wrecked if it was Tyson Fury.
Well, didn't Tyson Fury face one of the Pauls?
No, it was his brother.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tyson Fury's brother faced Jake Paul, and I think they just did a tie. And I think that realistically was because they knew who won that, but they didn't want to like make Jake Paul lose, but they also didn't want to like say he lost and then be like, oh, look, a real boxer lost.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but that does lead me to my second point I was going to make, which is, bro, these UFC fighter announcers be saying the wildest stuff before the match. They're like, they be telling way too much info. They're like, his mom left at 3 years old to go with the milkman. Like, bro, what?
Wait, what?
Like, and I'm not even exaggerating. Some of them literally were crazy like that. Like, oh, his alcoholic father left at the age of 6 when he was responsible for
they be putting out his family history like that?
Yes. I was dude, this is wild.
Once Joe Rogan became so big that he could no longer announce the UFC, they just got anybody out there.
They really do. They just got anybody doing this.
Next week, you're going to catch Poor Judgment announcing UFC 397.
And now we have a special announcement. We're going to be at the Tyson Fury.
Oh my God, it looks like he has a small wiener.
Here's Tyson Fury. His dad left him at 3 years old. He had an abusive mother. He used to fight in the parking lot of the school for money.
Bro, that's fucked
Dude,
up.
they used to say it. They were saying some wild stuff. He lost his daughter at the, and we were like, whoa, what are you doing?
God
that?
damn.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. I was like, dude, they just literally let anybody. The third and final point I was going to make, which is that, you know what I saw? Because I thought of you when I saw this. They showed a video of these quarterbacks doing a drill where they took pads and threw it. And the point was you were supposed to throw it at the quarterback. You were supposed to navigate the pocket, teach you to dodge tackles, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the Steelers.
Okay.
So the first quarterback did it. Then Big Ben Baby Roethlisberger goes up and in Big Ben fashion just ate them. He didn't even care. They do the first pad. He need that.
Bro, I can't tell you. We were just talking about this the other day.
Were you?
We were at work. We were having a conversation, and we were talking about like all of these new quarterbacks coming out. Right? You really only had Mendoza that really meant anything. After that, it was like who knows?
Yeah, you're just taking for the same thing.
You're taking a gamble. And so there was a point where I was like, dude, you know what? I really miss the old school, like Matthew Stafford's, Ben Roethlisberger, Fitzpatrick, like these
Mhm.
big bone, big body boys that just
Put your
stay in the
shoulder
pocket.
down, Jay
They'll
Cutler.
drop-
Yeah.
They'll drop their shoulder. Dude, Jay Cutler was different.
He
Jay
would truck
Cutler-
him. He would just like
Jay Cutler had a little, not wheels.
right.
I'm
He
not going to
was
describe
fast.
them as wheels,
Right.
but he would go out on his feet and then drop his shoulder. Like Ben never left the pocket, and if he left the pocket, he didn't get far fast.
Right.
Like Jay kind of had that little bit of like not speed, but that little oomph in his
Yeah.
step, I guess you could call it.
He was looking for the foul at the end. Like he would
Yes.
tiptoe out and be
100%. But he was big enough to like take those hits, athletic enough to keep going. I miss the old school, like Peyton Manning, sit in the pocket, and I don't think it'll ever happen again. You
I
have
don't
too many
think
of
so.
these like double, triple threat quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's very
I agree.
unfortunate.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
You know who
now-
ruined it? I love this guy. I will always say though, he ruined it is RG3.
You think so? You think RG3 messed it up?
It was probably Michael Vick,
I was
but
gonna say I feel like it's closer to Michael Vick.
it was probably Michael Vick, but I feel like Michael Vick was like the one of.
yeah,
like,
he was
he
really
was-
the only one at that time.
He was
yeah.
the anomaly at the time.
Yeah.
When you start getting into like the quarterbacks that really started doing it, I feel like RG3 was one of the best when you started getting a pocket full of people that came out and were able to be this dual threat, triple threat.
Mhm.
And he just kind of did it the best, but then also not the best because he didn't do very good.
yeah, and ended up shooting his
And then
career
get
short.
injured.
Yeah.
But great guy,
yeah, I agree.
like great person. But I feel like I'm gonna always blame it on him, even though it was probably before him.
yeah.
But that's just like the best of the pocket that I can think of when this era started.
No, I think that's a fair assessment because when you kind of look back on it, every generation had like that one mobile
Mhm.
quarterback. Everyone else just stayed in the pocket and did. And like, yeah, you had an occasional quarterback run, but you didn't have like a hardcore runner. Like
Yeah.
Steve Young was his at his era. Rondell Cunningham had his, and then Michael Vick was his. So like, I could see that. And RG3, I think, did like was that peak because then like all of a sudden Lamar Jackson, and now you have and then Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden started
Mhm.
running a lot more, and then like which don't get me wrong, Rodgers had some speed back then.
He
He
got
was-
a little bit.
He was decent, and then you had like your Russell Wilson who started running
Mhm.
more too and stuff, which I didn't realize he actually has some high running stats.
Dude, he's got some good running.
Yeah,
like
it's kind
rushing
of
yardage
crazy.
games.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no, I can see that, and I agree. But like, dude, I was watching, and I was like, this is just Big Ben in true form. He elbowed the first one, then the next pad came up, and he just hit it with the ball. Like he was holding it and just hit it. I was like, this dude's not even trying to run. He knew he could just smack
Yep,
that thing
That's
down.
exactly
like-
what it was.
And I was like, and I agree with you. I miss those times. I miss those Big Ben like rushing moments where you just had a semi truck running straight at you
Mm-hmm.
with like not speed, but enough that you'd get a concussion.
You better stop him at 5 yards because if he goes past 10, you ain't stopping him. Like that momentum's carrying you to 25, 30 yards.
right. He just eating them. But it's funny you also say that about the old time quarterbacks because last thing, so the Falcons did like a bunch of like drop videos of like them promoting the season and everything, and one of them had like the GM was like, okay, we're gonna hand it over to Matt Ryan, the president of football. So then Matt Ryan gets up there, he's like, yeah, so our opponents, and then he looks up and two guys are standing there talking. And I don't know if you remember that there was an iconic moment where he yelled at somebody to get set. He's like, get
Yeah.
effing set.
Yep.
So he did that in the thing, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, thank you for joining.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, I missed that. Because that
Yeah.
also reminded me like Peyton Manning did that.
Yes.
Like when he was running that one time and the defender got past, he was like, God damn it, Donnie.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do miss some of those too. Like I missed old school quarterbacks, man. They were just
Yep.
they were different. They were built different then. But onto the topic, my boy. As people can see in the back, Marcus has a special guest in the back, watching his
It's
shoulder.
it's opposite. I gotta make sure he's right.
Because I was like, on me, it's on your right.
So on the video, it's on my left, but in reality, it's right here on my right.
So we, ladies and gentlemen, are joined by the legendary R.I.P. Robin Williams, the one of the greats, one of the goats.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we decided that we wanted to do we haven't done the game show in a while where we try to get Marcus to guess the game. And also critically judge how bad these reviews some of
the track record is not good.
Well, and that's because you have higher expectations and then they just disappoint you and you're like, bro, like what do you like?
Yeah.
I promise you, dude, you're gonna be disappointed on this one. I promise.
No way.
Dog. You're gonna be disappointed with at least 2 of them. I'll say that. Look, I had to reset because I had to pull the chart away.
I'll have to see. So I made sure that I didn't want to go IMDb, but I did have to pull up like his movies, and there's a bunch of them in here that I'm like, no, I've never seen it. Never seen it. Okay, I've seen it. Great movie. Never seen it. Great movie. What the hell is this?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm the same way because like I had to pull it up too, and I was like, okay, let me go through them. I had to go through the list, kind of review, and then there was one of them that I was like, dude, that's a thing. Like I didn't know this was a movie he made. So we'll get into it. I'll show you, and then so what we'll do. So the fans who are new, because we up my boy. We had 600 downloads officially.
We got 6?
Yeah, I think we're almost at 610, bro. We're coming up, bro. And then on Instagram and I think on TikTok, we're almost at 1 million views for that one question, which we have yet to recreate.
I'm telling you, we need to post the pigeon question. We post the pigeon question, and we're gonna just
I'm gonna look for it. I gotta remember what episode it was in that we did it in. But 2
ago.
Was it 2? Okay. Well, look, I'll look for it and I'll see if I can post it because yeah, that was a funny question. So we'll explain the rules, but first, as always, you always got to pour up a drink here. So Marcus, my boy, what do you got poured up?
So I went with a beer this week.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah, I figured we'd done whiskey too much.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't have anything for anything else, but I did just pick up a new pack, and I have a little.
How did I know it was an IPA?
Little Space Dust IPA right here, an 8.2%.
Yeah.
This is not the first one of the day, so.
And it won't be the last. What's funny is I also was expecting you to get the Chinese beer.
You know what? If I went to Costco, I will say, for some reason, I was craving it.
Hey, every time I see it, I think of you, and I'm like, Marcus is somewhere. This is where
it is a great beer.
Yeah, you made me a believer, honestly.
The greatest thing that has come out of a communist nation is that beer.
I think 2 things.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
You were gonna have me say Toyota?
Go ahead.
Actually, no. I'll say 3 things. Actually, I'll do you one up 3.
Okay.
Oh, I should do 4. Okay, I'll do Jackie Chan.
A little bit racist, but okay.
He's from China.
I know, but it's still kind of racist. So go ahead.
Hey, he was great. I was gonna say Bruce Lee originally.
That would have been a little bit more racist for some reason.
I said
but
Bruce
go ahead.
Lee. Toyota.
Okay, a little bit racist, but
did Toyota come out of China or Japan? Because I was scared to say
this may be very racist now. This may be very
Hold
racist.
on, let me double check.
Look it up real quick. Make sure.
Let me see. Let me find out. Let me find out how far my racism goes. Oh my gosh. Where is Toyota?
I'm surprised it didn't be like the first one popped up.
Yeah,
like,
you would think.
Oh, you're racist.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, I am racist. It's from Japan.
We're canceled. I thought so too for a second, but
yeah, I thought so too. Because when I first thought of it, that was the first thing I thought of, and then I was like, Actually, that might be Japan. And I was like, you got to fully commit. So anyway.
Damn. Okay, so 3 things.
Well, that's going to do it for us.
Number 1, Jackie Chan.
Number 2, Bruce Lee. And 3, your beer. So yeah, it's funny because I also brought a beer, but I brought it with the intention of opening it up during the fight. And by the time it came off, it was already over.
I popped the top. It was over.
Yeah, so I was like, well, guess I'm taking this to the pot. But I just got a classic, the Coors Banquet, my boy. I figured we got a legend in the back. We got to, have a legendary beer to go with it. So, cheers, my boy.
That's great. I had one of those. I finally, for the first time this season, your boy's a golfer. I got to golf yesterday.
Did you really? I was just working on my backswing, bro. Mm-hmm. I was just like watching videos on how to work on my backswing. That's funny.
And your boy, although it was against a bunch of 80-year-olds in a tournament, I won longest drive. So it was 318 though. A legit 318. Would that hold in a normal one? Maybe not, but
but we out here.
We got it this weekend.
Hey, you know what? Old people need to be humbled sometimes too.
That's right.
You got to remind them.
I did get humbled though, because I had closest to the pin at 13 feet, which was pretty good for the lie. And the old man who had like non-selenoma cancer something or other beat me and hit it to 3 feet. So
that's not the only thing you closest to. I'm sorry. That was the first intrusive thought I had. Sorry, that's messed up. Watching be a real fan.
Again, canceled.
And canceled twice. Let's see if we can go for a third.
Third time's 3 strikes and you're out.
So we're gonna play the game, and then obviously we're going to do it off of Robin Williams movies. Okay. So for first time viewers, what we do here is I will provide Marcus with the Rotten Tomatoes. That includes the critics and fans. I'll give you fans because sometimes the fans know a little bit better.
Yep.
And the IMDb score, but they are the top 5 movies of Robin Williams according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Now, there was one movie I did skip in there, and the reason why was because I don't think he played a major role in it. So the goal is to try and get a major role with him.
Okay.
So, and it was, I'll just tell you right off the riff, I'll give you a hint. It was Hamlet. I don't think he was like a main character.
That's great because I would have never.
Yeah, I would never. I don't even know how to read, let alone saw that movie. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's on here. Let me see.
It is because it's actually like still one of his highest ranked, like top 4 or something. So we'll start from 5 and we'll go backwards. And then at the very end, as a bonus question, depending on how good or bad you're doing, we'll give you the worst movie.
I'm going for 2.
All right. I think you get 3.
I'm going for 2 successful.
I think you're going to get 3. Only because, I think you're going to get 3. That's my guess. All right. Are you ready, Marcus?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Dude, you should get the weakest link video or the one of those game show noises.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
I'll get it next time.
Yeah, next one. All right. So this is number 5, his 5th best movie.
Okay.
It has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 66% from fans on Rotten Tomatoes. And the IMDb is 6.6. And the
IMDb is 6.6.
I know. Now, this is on Rotten Tomatoes because I don't fully agree with this one. But the review is, and usually I do a good review, unless it's that bad. Although the bad one, I did do a bad.
Perfect.
All right. Blank is more tender and heartfelt because of Williams's performance. And when it's all over, no matter how obscure the plot or demented the scenario, Goldthwait has constructed a welcomed little indie comedy of the unlikeliest kind.
Indie comedy.
Mm-hmm. And I picked this for the no matter how obscure the plot or demented the scenario.
Demented the scenario. Okay. Not Popeye.
He did Popeye? Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Oh, have you not seen Popeye?
Nah, not the live. Is it like live action?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Your
I didn't
boy
even know
was
they did that.
obsessed as a kid for some reason. Couldn't tell why, but I have it on DVD, Blu-ray.
That don't shock me. 4K somehow. They even make it then.
So Demented.
Yeah.
Comedy.
So if you want, I can read the review again.
Yeah, go one more time.
Blank is more tender and heartfelt because of Williams's performance. And when it's all over, no matter how obscure the plot or demented the scenario, Goldthwait has constructed a welcome little indie comedy of the unlikeliest kind.
Interesting. Because when I think comedy for him, right? Even though indie comedy with some like seriousness to it, the first thing that pops up is Good Morning Vietnam. Right?
Okay.
Like kind of funny, also has like a very serious undertone. Miss Doubtfire kind of sounds in there too, but I feel that that's not really indie comedy. I feel like that's straight just like normal 80s 90s comedy.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that.
Final Cut Robot, no. RV License to Wed, no.
I forgot he was in Robot. I don't know how I could forget he's the friend.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, just like this popped up and it was Happy Feet. And I was like, oh my God, that's right. He's the voice of like the Penguin.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either.
I didn't even see that on here. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Well, I didn't look hard enough, I guess.
So I'm going to go, it's going to have to be old school. This is one that I don't think I'm going to get. Although I could go just straight off of titles. And that's what I might do.
Okay.
Because
I don't think you're going to get this one, yeah. Because I've never even heard of this film.
I'm going to go with The Survivors. Because I feel like The Survivors. Don't know. It popped up here 1983. Never seen it before. But I feel like the only other one that could come to mind that nothing that I know of would fit here. Dead Poet Society is for sure not an indie comedy.
Dude, this thing got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Did it really? So it's not this.
It's definitely not that one.
I changed my mind. It's The Best Times Club Paradise Seize the Day.
I looked that up. I didn't even heard of that. That's funny. It got a 9% on Rotten. That might legitimately be the one, like the one of the worst movies that I just skipped. Because I'll be honest with you, with the worst movie, I picked a movie I think that you would know, like the closest you would know.
Okay.
To. Yeah. Like that one I've never heard of. Never even seen that.
Go ahead and tell the answer.
So wait, what's your final answer?
The Survivor, because I've already guessed it.
So obviously,
yeah.
The answer was World's Greatest Dad.
World's Greatest Dad?
I know. I've never heard of the film. So I guess what it's about is Robin Williams plays a dad whose son, I guess, ends up, committing suicide. And then he leaves a note like Robin Williams does. And then I guess the school feels like all this huge sympathy for it and all this stuff. So then he ends up like liking the fame. So he was like, ends up writing more stuff. I know. I was like, what? But dude, it got an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, but fans thought it was just okay. Like,
let me tell you this. So what I'm looking at is like AI Google generated.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that was an option, nor would I have picked it. But it's sitting here right next to Night at the Museum. So I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. It was made in the same year as that.
I know. What was it, like 09?
That's exactly what it was. 09, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. That's what it has right here. And then it is World's Greatest Dad.
Yeah.
Shrink? Oh, no, Shrink is a different movie.
I never even heard of that. Yeah, so World's Greatest Dad, I saw this and I was like, dude, I've never even heard of this movie. I had to read the plot so I understood it. I almost wanted to skip it because I was like, that just doesn't seem like, I didn't think you would have even, I've never even heard you talk about this movie or anything.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so, but I was like, but I got to do top 5, so, okay.
I might have, you know what, I might watch it.
Oh, okay.
Might have to watch it now.
Give a little credit, okay. Now listen, that was Rotten Tomatoes, though. So, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's true. Although the 60, I feel like a 63 or 60 whatever for like the audience on Rotten Tomatoes is still not terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
that's honestly pretty good.
Not great.
Right.
But when you watch those 60s, 70s movies, you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
a solid movie.
Yeah, like it's solid enough. So
yeah, I don't regret watching it, but
yeah. All right, so far Mark is 0-1.
I'm shooting for 2, so we got plenty of time.
I think you got 3. All right. So the next one has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. The fans gave it an 82%.
Okay.
And IMDb gave it a 7.3.
Okay.
And the review says, this is a deceptively simple film. The comedic actors pull their audience into the work, but its treatment of the setting is remarkable and I think a lot braver than many of us realized at the time.
Okay, it's got to be Mrs. Doubtfire. Braver at the time.
This deceptively simple film.
Yeah.
The comic,
it's very simple.
The comedic antics pull their audience into the work.
It's gotta be.
Wait, let me finish though. But its treatment of the setting is remarkable. And I think a lot braver than many of us realized at the time.
Comedic?
We're talking a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Miss Doubtfire better have a
90%. 82 from the fans and a 7.3 on IMDb.
Jesus Christ.
This is why I wanted to do it, because I know you think so highly of these. So
I do. Okay, go one more time.
Okay, the review?
Yes, the review. One more time. Okay.
This is a deceptively simple film. The comedic antics. Sorry, it's a long day. pull their audience into the work, but its treatment of the setting is remarkable, and I think a lot braver than many of us realized at the time.
Okay. The setting could be Good Morning Vietnam. Comedic acting of the time. It's in the 80s. Not that. Miss Doubtfire doesn't seem like it's that. It's definitely not Jumanji.
Definitely not Jumanji.
I don't think it's Good Will Hunting. Like, it's in Brooklyn or somewhere in the East Coast. Like, the setting's not very... Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going to emphasize the setting, it's going to have to be Good Morning Vietnam.
Okay.
Final answer, buzz in.
Final answer, Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam.
You're correct.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Good Morning Vietnam. Okay. That's why I chose that one, because I said the setting should help him. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. And
I'm thinking more of, and this might be like a 2026 thing of like settings of...
I mean, to be fair, it was definitely not acceptable back in then to dress like a woman.
Exactly, right?
It's a lot more acceptable now.
So, but yeah. It makes sense now. The setting, comedic timing, what's going on at the time. Like, okay.
Yeah, so it got a 90 on Rotten, 82 on Fan, 7.3. I don't think I've ever seen Good Morning Vietnam.
Really?
I've only seen clips. I haven't seen all of it. Like, I saw like one of the opening clips and stuff like that.
Great movie. Like, great old time movie. It's just like when I first watched Forrest Gump, right? Like, you watch it and you're like, oh, dude, this is a really good movie. And then you listen to someone explain it. And Bert Kreischer on Kill Tony one time was like, hey, I talked to the dude who like pitched this. Do you know how he pitched it? And they're like, no, how do you pitch it? And he's like, this is a story about a lucky retard who's first to everything. And it make like... You start thinking about it and you're like, holy shit.
Like, that actually makes sense.
Can you imagine if that's the pitch And now you come into like Good Morning Vietnam and it's like, hey, this is this dude in Vietnam who just wants to be a comedian.
Right, on the
And
radio.
you're like, no.
Right.
Especially
like,
in the 80s?
Right.
You're like, no.
Right. You know we're not doing well, right?
We're still thinking Russia is the USSR.
Right.
Like,
you know they're at our doorstep, right? And they're like, yes, but what if we told you it's played by Robin Williams?
we're in.
You son of a me. Yeah, so Good Morning Vietnam. I figured it would be on here though, because I did hear that that's a phenomenal film.
You have
one
to
of
watch
his
it.
best. Yeah,
You
so I might have to
watch
check it.
It's great.
On one of the 18 different streaming services, because I had a whole rant about that this weekend, bro. I tried to watch The Devil's Advocate, the movie with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. Tried to watch it because I actually haven't fully finished it.
Mhm.
And they were like, oh yeah, you have to get this very obscure streaming service you've never heard of, or give us $13. And I'm like, bro, why? And then like I went through a list of different movies on there, and they were like Cinemark, Fandango at Home, Howdy. And I'm like,
Fandango at Home.
And I'm like, bruh, I have not heard of like 92. I was like, what happened to Hulu?
This is a scam.
Right. It's straight up robbery is what it is. So that's just my rant. I hate that and stuff. All right. Number 3. His third best film. Now this one, I don't think you're going to get. I'll be honest with you. And there's a reason, and this is why I chose it. Okay. So, it has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
God damn.
The fans gave it a 77%.
Okay.
IMDb gave it a 7.2 out of 10.
Okay.
The review says blank may be an underrated Christopher Nolan film, but blank and Robin Williams elevate it to the next level and make audiences forget it's an English language remake.
A Christopher Nolan
I gave
film.
you as many hints in that one as I could.
A Christopher Nolan film?
I left out the other actor because if you could figure out who the other one is, it might make a difference.
That is a remake.
Blank is an underrated Christopher Nolan film, but blank and Robin Williams elevate it to the next level and make audiences forget that it's an English language remake.
Okay. Hot take. Probably not so it's a remake, but I don't know if it's a remake of not English. He was in Hook.
You think Hook was made by Christopher Nolan?
I don't know if it was made by Christopher Nolan. It does not seem like it's a Christopher Nolan film. But, like, I'm going through here, bro. And I'm like...
Yo, the amount of pictures that just float through my head of Christopher Nolan redoing Hook is so great.
That's true.
I low-key want it now. It'd be like the Odyssey now, but it's just like a dude kidnapping kids. Oh my god, I almost want it now.
Oh, Jesus. The Secret Agent Hamlet, the Father's Day Destruction. Dude, I don't know. Not Patch Adams, not... So
I will give you a hint. Well, you already got the Christopher Nolan.
Can you give me a decade? Because I will take a half of a point. Give me a decade that it's in.
Let me look it up real quick.
And I will take a half point.
Very early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Like very early 2000s. I had to look it up. I was like, what year did this come out?
So I'm going to say if it's very early, it's going to be 1 Hour Photo, Death to Smoochie, or Insomnia. And the only thing here...
Death to Miss Smoochie.
It says Death to Smoochie. SMOOCHY. Smoochie. It's got to be the only Christopher Nolan title that kind of sounds here is Insomnia or 1 Hour Photo. I'll go Insomnia for a half a point.
So you're going Insomnia? Final answer?
I'm going Insomnia.
You are correct.
I've never seen it. I don't know what
I
it's
know.
about, but
So this was the one that when we did the Christopher Nolan one was actually like I think like top 3 or 4. Yeah.
I should have remembered that.
Yeah.
Now
So
that
when
you say that,
yeah, because I was like, okay, and that's why I specifically chose this one because I said if I just
Damn.
did Insomnia, you probably wouldn't guess it.
nope.
But
But I do
actor
remember it
left
coming up
out-
in Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, because I said that's why I left Christopher Nolan, it being an underrated film of his, and I took out Al Pacino's name because Al Pacino's in it, and I thought, okay, if he knew that Robin Williams and Al Pacino, it might lead him to this movie. So,
Damn.
yeah, and Robin Williams, I think, plays the killer, or at least the suspected killer. Now, 1 hour photo, you were very close on that one. The 1 hour photo, because that one he plays a serial killer in that one too, and I was like, dude, like he's right here. But this was the one I didn't think you would get because I know you haven't seen Insomnia.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I still need to, but
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
need to
figure out
too.
where I can watch it.
Well, and I was trying to do that too. You can't find it anywhere, bro.
Whoa.
Luckily, I have a DVD, so I might have to do it that
Here's
way.
the thing. Our friends are moving to Alaska. And Alaska is like 10 years behind us, so I might be able to find it on DVD in Alaska.
Find it on 4K.
I might be able to find it at the end of its VHS lifespan.
The film is starting to patch out.
The last rewind that it gets
will be for your eyes only. But yeah, they talk highly about this movie. I didn't realize it was a remake, but yeah.
Me either.
I think we said that in the Nolan one too. I think we both were like, this is a remake. Huh? But yeah, number 3 was Insomnia. So 5 was World's Greatest Dad. 4 was Good Morning Vietnam. Good evening. 3 was Insomnia.
I'm still on track for 2, baby.
Yeah, you better get these next 2.
Depending on how open-ended you leave these comments.
I think I gave you enough.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll see. All right. So this next one, his second best film, according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
It has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. The fans gave it a 92%.
Ooh.
And IMDb gave it an 8.
Okay. I'm not gonna. This is not my answer, but okay. I'm going to float an answer out there just based on the ratings.
Okay.
Dead Poets Society. Go with your comment.
Okay. Comment. So the review said, despite all of Blank's other achievements, it may be most significant for providing Williams what he has until now been deprived of, which is the perfect film role, one that can accommodate his machine gun delivery.
Machine gun delivery.
Mm-hmm. This one's a little challenging.
Yeah, you've screwed me here. You've screwed me here.
I had to make it up on the back end. So despite all of Blank, which is the movie title's other achievements, it may be most significant for providing Williams what he has until now been deprived of. The perfect film role, one that can accommodate his machine gun delivery. And I will tell you this, machine gun is not a hint. That's just the way they described his delivery.
It's just his delivery.
Yeah. But they're talking about how this movie basically gave, like, it was a perfect role for him.
I mean, it depends on how you look at that. Because
it is.
Normally.
Look at his face. I can see the smoke coming out of his headphones.
He is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that he would have to come up with a comedic role to be perfect for him.
Okay. So far, I like the straw.
If I'm going to look at that, Mrs. Doubtfire's up there. Aladdin's up there. Jumanji is kind of up there because although he had more of a serious role there, and I don't think Jumanji is that high, so that's kind of like on the back burner. Flubber was not a comedic role, but kind of. But then you go to like the other side of it. He was a very emotional person. Good Will Hunting, Dead Poets Society, Patch Adams. I feel like Patch Adams would be very, very highly rated. It should be if it's not.
Mm.
So Machine Gun Delivery, Machine Gun's not that big of a deal. Delivery, I feel like Good Will Hunting's not necessarily, he's not the main character, he's the side character. But
Now,
pretty
remember, the reviews are 96 from critics, 92 from fans, and an 8 on IMDb, which we all know be trifling.
good. That is true. I mean, with those, it could be Happy Feet too. But
I think that did get high too.
it did get pretty high.
Yeah.
I feel like Patch Adams was a group favorite and a critic favorite. I don't know if Mrs. Doubtfire was both. I feel like it probably was not a good critic movie. Aladdin, all Disney movies are good critic movies, and
That's true.
Dead Poet Society should have been good for both. I feel like I'm going to go with Aladdin just based off of the ratings of it. He has like these kind of good, his delivery is great in it. Even though he's not a main character, I feel like he's a kind of main character. So,
are you sure?
Aladdin it is.
You're sure with Aladdin?
No,
Final
but
answer?
yes.
All right. The number 2 film was Aladdin. You got it, my boy.
Yes. Yes. I stuck with the gut. All right. We hit our mark, baby.
See, I said you'd have 3. I
hope I get the next one.
Now you might get 4. Yeah, so Aladdin was actually ranked 2.
No, it's at 2.5. Insomnia is a half. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I was gonna give you 3. So yeah, Aladdin is definitely up there, which is funny because it's up there on both lists, IMDb and yeah.
It
and
makes sense.
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, and I think I chose it, because I felt like that review was correct, which is that it does give Robin Williams like the role that I think defines him like one of the best. Like he got to be who he wanted to be, act how he wanted, and even now it's like, dude, you're not going to replace Robin Williams on that. Like Will Smith did okay, but he's not Robin Williams on that. And
no,
yeah,
not even close. I will say, I took the wife to go see it on Broadway years ago, probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
He's a sophisticated man.
I am. I will never go again, but the Aladdin that they had during the show is now known as like one of the best genies. Or excuse me, the genie when we went to go see him is known as like the best genie. Dude, he was phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal. Yes.
Wow, that's cool. I would have never thought like a. Sometimes those Broadway ones kind of sneak up on you, and you're like, wow, right? Okay. No. Like, I want to see Daniel Radcliffe do that Broadway thing he had going on.
Yes, where he comes out and, like, hands out, like, hey, every time this happens, you're going to say this. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's on Netflix.
I want to go see it in person.
Yeah, I know. I do, too. I think that'd be fun, especially, like, him walking in the crowd trying to hand you a card.
Yep.
You're like, aren't you Harry Potter? But, yeah. Number 2, Aladdin. I do think it deserves its praise. I'm surprised it's number 2.
I'm not surprised because I
definitely thought it would be top 5. I just didn't think it would be 2. Like
I see 2 on here that I would put in front of it at least.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Because now we're left with the number 1.
This is going to be a rough one.
Yeah, because now you're talking about this is the best film. It beats all the others, and you have still a ton of movies that he did.
2. There's 2 on here that I can think of. I'd have to really take a deep dive. There's 2 on here that I think.
Okay.
Maybe 3. There might be 3. But
all right, you ready?
Go ahead.
All right. So the Rotten Tomato score from critics was a 97%.
Critics? 97?
Critics is 97.
Damn.
Fans gave it a 94.
Okay.
And IMDb gave it an 8.4.
Mm-hmm.
And the review says the acting is outstanding. Williams perfectly embodies the roles, creating a believable, poignant, powerful partnership full of uplifting, feel-good triumphs.
Uplifting, feel good triumphs.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. That leaves out Dead Poets Society. In my mind. Because there's no triumphs. The end of that is your main character kills himself. So I don't know if there's many triumphs there. Good Will Hunting has some good triumphs.
He said, I don't know if there's triumphs there. I don't know if he really won.
Good Will Hunting has some triumphs. Patch Adams also has some triumphs. Although I feel like Good Will Hunting over Patch Adams. Let's see what else we have here. I swear to God, if it's one of the Night at the Museums or Happy Feet, I'm gonna lose my shit. World's Greatest. No. Yeah, dude, I feel like it's got to be one of the two big ones that I can think. Biometric Man wasn't that great. Flubber is for sure not it.
Bicentennial Man.
Although, love Flubber.
Dude, I love Flubber. I was actually just telling my fiance I want that little yellow little thing. Yeah, that thing was cool.
Jumanji was really good. Miss Doubtfire, obviously, my favorite. Hook was really good. Dude, I just feel like it's gotta be, and I hope to God it is, Good Will Hunting, because I feel like that is his quintessential best character he's ever played. That is one of the top movies ever made and one of my top 5 of all time. And so I have to go with my gut feeling of Good Will Hunting.
You're gonna go Good Will Hunting?
I am.
You sure?
I am, because I don't see anything else on here that would lead me to say otherwise. And if it does, it's because I've never seen it and it's probably absolute dog shit and everyone else is wrong.
You're all just wrong.
You're all wrong.
Well, the correct answer was Home Alone 2. No, I'm just plot twist.
God damn, I didn't know we were doing a Tim Allen theme.
Wait, Tim Allen? He's in Home Alone 2?
Sorry, no. I was thinking Santa Claus 2.
I was going to say, when did you see Tim Allen?
I was thinking Santa Claus 2.
Even Donald Trump's in that
one. What's the kid's name again? Mick something?
In the movie or the actor's name?
The actor's name.
Macaulay Culkin.
Who,
dude, his brother is a great actor, dude.
I've heard.
Dude, his brother is great. I love his brother. I like Macaulay, but his brother, terrific actor. Anyways, all right, for the number one answer, your final answer is?
Good Will Hunting.
Sir Marcus, for the number one answer, and for what would be 3.5 points, you are correct. It is Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Yeah, you so.
That's right.
My favorite button I never use.
I know, we gotta use that button more, bro.
I know, right? Maybe we get demonetized off of YouTube.
Hey, man, we ain't making no money anyway, so all our boy in Singapore can support us. I did a thing real quick. I went through and see which ones he might have downloaded. He's been loyal up to about, he's a month behind, but he's been loyal up to that
Really?
point. Yeah, we still got a Singapore download.
Hit us up.
I know. Let's get him on the channel.
You know what? Maybe now, since it's a month behind, maybe now he's hit us up. And maybe he'll actually hit us up.
He's like, oh no. However they speak. I will get us kicked off a third time.
Jesus.
But yeah, I checked and I was like, okay, he's still in. He just hasn't done the April. He must do it in a monthly basis. That's probably why we get like 10 downloads a day sometimes. Okay. But yeah, Good Will Hunting, absolutely. I agree with this 100%. I think that's my all-time favorite Matt Damon and Robin Williams film.
Yes.
Love it. I had to take out Matt Damon's name in here because they actually put Williams and Damon perfectly embody their roles, create a believable,
done.
which I knew, yeah.
Done.
I also tried to leave out that it was two because I was like, if he knows, he might know it's Matt Damon. But like even Ben Affleck direct him and Matt Damon writing it and everything, like, dude, this is just one of the goated movies of all time. Like, I love this movie. So yeah. But that's number one. Can you believe that Dead Poets Society missed the top 5?
You know what, dude?
Now, if it's any consolation,
okay,
because I put it on the notes.
Yep,
it was number 6.
I figured it had been right there.
Yeah,
and I can't say anything because maybe I watched Insomnia and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Now, I will say this: on IMDb, Dead Poets Society was number 3, I think, 2 or 3, because I think it went Good Will Hunting, Aladdin, Dead Poets Society, or Dead Poets Society was 2. Actually, I have the reviews right here, 8.1. Yeah, so technically, Dead Poets Society was number 2 on the list, which I agree with because I think that was a terrific film,
100%.
Yeah, and it only lost to number 5 by 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. But look at this difference: the fans on World's Greatest Dad was 66, fans on Dead Poet Society 92. I was like, bro, so much better. Yeah, so much better. IMDb gave it an 8.1 for Dead Poet Society, and World's Greatest Dad was 6.6. So I'm like, dude, nah, this should have been top 5.
Yeah,
easily.
For sure.
Everything should have bumped down 1, and Dead Poet should have been 2 or 3, arguably. Because that movie was terrific.
It was fantastic. It was a heartfelt movie.
Mm-hmm.
I still, to this day, oh, Captain, my Captain.
Dude, I do it all the time.
All the time.
I did it the other day at work, and one of my coworkers was like, what is that? And I was like...
Same. Dude,
like, bro.
Like 2-3 weeks ago, someone said something, and was like, hey, you should do this. And I said... And I literally saluted them. I said, oh, Captain, my Captain. And they were like, what are you doing? I said...
You uncultured swine.
I just said, never mind.
Right.
I just walked away.
Yeah, some people you just can't rationalize with.
Damn.
I know, dude. I did the same thing. Like when my supervisor would leave, I'm like, oh, Captain, my Captain. And like people would laugh, but then one of the girls was like, what is that? And I was like, jeez. It's like, you uncultured mother.
You stupid mother.
This is why you need to go back to the kid. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Canceled again.
There's number 3.
That's it. All right, that's folks. Gonna do it. Thanks for joining us.
If you made it this far, welcome.
You're a part of the family now.
Yeah, you're La Familia. Yeah, but I think Dead Poet Society is, it should, in my opinion, this would have easily went number 2. I honestly like it over Aladdin. I get Aladdin being 2.
Yeah,
but for me, it's Good Will Hunting, Dead Poet Society, Aladdin, and then maybe Insomnia. I don't really know after that.
Oh, dude, like, here's the other thing about it, too, is, like, is Aladdin a main character-esque? And Aladdin, kinda, but...
Yeah, like he's not Aladdin, but he's for sure like, I still think he's like, obviously makes that movie, you know?
Yeah, but I don't, over Dead Poet Society, like...
Hey, I agree. And when it comes to Dead Poet Society, that should have been up there. Now, speaking of Happy Feet 76, so I'm kind of looking at the list here real quick. Now, don't look at anything yet.
Okay.
Because I want to give you a bonus question.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have one of the lowest ranked Robin Williams films. Now,
okay,
this is a film that I know you've seen. So, because some of the films like I know you haven't seen, like whatever the one about him in Moscow. I don't even know what that is. Let me see, Moscow on the Hudson.
Yeah, no,
never heard of that. Didn't even know he was in The Butler. So, yeah. So this is one of his lowest ones, and I want to see if you can guess the movie. This is just, I don't know, for fun or if you want the extra point. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. This is one of the craziest ones. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 22%.
Damn.
But fans gave it a 73%.
Okay.
And IMDb gave it a 6.9. Yeah, which is pretty good seeing that number 5 was a 6.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot. You want the review?
I was like,
you ain't gonna guess?
Is that it?
So Blank does serve as a platform for Williams to do what he does best: invoke laughter and ringing tears. Even when the movie flatlines, Williams keeps the beat.
Dude. Even when the movie flatlines, he keeps the beat. It's got it, and I've seen it.
I know you've seen it.
It's
yeah.
probably because I've mentioned it multiple times here.
It's just because I know it's for sure a movie that a lot of us have seen, or because, like I said, some of these I didn't even know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this: it
Like
better not be Mrs. Doubtfire. It better not be Jumanji.
Jumanji.
It better not be either of those.
Okay.
I feel like it sounds like one of the Night at the Museums, because that was kind of a very boring movie, and then you have this heartfelt Teddy Roosevelt character that comes through, which we both know is
goated.
A great character.
Right, goated.
Goated on this podcast. So I'm instead maybe License to Wed, but License to Wed was also kind of a shitty comedy as well.
Oh, is that the one where he's the pastor?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I forgot
like,
about that movie.
Yeah. I feel like that was one of those kind of shitty comedies he did just for kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with Night at the Museum.
I feel like
yeah, that's the only one that I can think of. If it's Jumanji, I'm gonna be pissed. It's not gonna be Mrs. Doubtfire. If it is, I'm gonna be absolutely livid, and I will literally end the podcast the second you say it's Mrs. Doubt, and then it's gonna end. It's gonna end. So, with that being said, it's got to be Night at the Museum.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. So, it's not Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay, we're good.
But I do think you're going to be pissed.
No. Not Jumanji.
No, it's not Jumanji.
Okay, cool. Go.
Patch Adams.
No! No!
Yes.
They fucked with Patch Adams?
Patch Adams got a 22% on critics.
What?
But fans loved it, said it was a 73.
Yeah.
And IMDb even said it was best in the number 5, but it was a 6.9.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to tell you, this is why I hate critics.
Yep, I agree.
This is why.
Talk you smack.
Patch Adams was a not fantastic, but a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? I should have done License to Wed because I forgot about this movie. It's a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes and 53 fans.
Yeah, that one would have been probably.
Yeah. But no, I chose this one because I was going down from backwards and I was like, okay, let me see.
Damn,
and
dude,
I saw
they did Patch Adams like that?
Yeah, dude, Patch Adams got bad. And here's the thing. There's only one other movie I totally forgot about also that I didn't know if you... I'm pretty sure you saw, which was Jack.
Which one's Jack?
The one where he's, special ed.
Yeah, kind of.
I wasn't sure because I've seen like some of it, but I was just like, this movie sucks. I'm not watching.
I feel like I did see it, but I don't remember.
But going upward, it was like really the lowest movie is this one called Old Dogs. Never seen it. License to Wed, and then Survivors, like you found. House of D, never heard of. Never heard of Club Paradise, A Merry Friggin' Christmas, Jack, and then Man of the Year.
Okay.
Which I wasn't sure if you'd seen that. I haven't seen that.
Mm.
And then I saw Patch Adams, and I was like, "That's the one. I gotta get Marcus."
Fucked, man.
Yeah, that movie did bad on that one.
It's a good movie.
I agree. I'm actually surprised.
This is why low. I've ranted about it before. Get rid of the Emmys. Get rid of the Oscars. get rid of the NFL MVP. Like this is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
The MVP of the last Super Bowl should have been the kicker. Okay?
Yeah, 1,000%.
The last person who should have won an Emmy was, I don't know because I don't keep up with it.
You don't
But
watch TV. You're a dad.
I don't.
Look,
But I'm just saying, like,
this is how bad it is. Flubber got a better rating. RV got a better rating.
RV
was bad.
RV got a better rating than Patch Adams.
It did. According to critics. Let me see. Let me see if the fans gave it a better review. Or
Bro.
oh no, fans said it was garbage. 23.
Yeah, RV was garbage.
It was. I agree. I remember watching this thing. This was a disappointment.
Patch Adams was like just a heartfelt. This man wanted to bring people in and make them better.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna dog him for that.
Hook got a better rating than
He should have.
Hook.
Better than RV.
Well, I meant better. I mean, yes, obviously. RV is like bottom 3 ever.
That's it.
I'm saying Hook got a better review than Patch Adams, and I think Patch Adams was way better than Hook.
Patch Adams was better than Hook.
Yeah,
I still like the nostalgic aspect of Hook.
Yeah, I liked what it did, but dude, no. Night at the Museum, bro, got a 42%. People love that movie. Yeah, I got a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes on fan review.
You know what? Us and our 7 people who watch this. We're
Tear down the establishment.
We're gonna band together, and we're no longer gonna support Rotten Tomatoes.
That's why sometimes, like, even when I make the list, I then go check the other one. Because sometimes I'm like, I want to see what IMDb has on.
Yeah.
Because sometimes IMDb, I think, even though it's funny because IMDb is like always middle. Like when a movie's great, they almost never really go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when something's really bad, it's almost never that low. Like it feels like it's always just in the middle. And like 7 or sometimes 8. But yeah, dude, I saw Patch Adams. I'm like, I gotta rip Marcus's heart out. This is gonna hurt. Patch Adams, bro. Yeah, they said, yeah, Patch Adams does serve a platform for Williams to do what he does best, invoking laughter and wringing tears. Even when the movie falls flat, he keeps acting. So I tried to give it like, okay, at least this was somewhat of a good review on it, because there was a lot of bad reviews on that movie, bro. Yeah, I know. And then I wanted to talk to you about Mrs. Doubtfire.
No,
it got good. So
okay.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it got a 70, and fans gave it a 77.
That's it?
Yeah.
A 77?
Which is only slightly better than Patch Adams.
I can take like my bias of like it being a childhood movie that I really love, but I feel like a 77 is kind of low.
Yeah, I mean,
if I heard low 80s, 81, 82, like, okay, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
B. Solid B. B minus.
Give me the B.
Yeah, solid B minus. Okay, cool. You're going to give them a C flat?
I mean, so did IMDb. They gave it a 7.1.
A C? That's a C minus. Although IMDb are kind of skewed because, like we said, the worst of the worst is not very low. The best of the best is not very high.
Yeah.
But
wait, there was a Mrs. Doubtfire 2? Oh no, they talked about it. They talked about it.
Yeah, I was gonna. I hope they don't make another one.
I don't think they will now that he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't.
Oh yeah, it permanently canceled following his death. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that's the market. So Marcus, you got at least 3.5. I gotta give you credit for that. Hey, that's you did one better than you thought you did.
I did. Thank goodness.
I believed in the 3. I had faith in you, dog.
Man.
Yeah, it's all good. So I didn't have a how far question unless you had one.
I feel like I did, but I don't remember it. I feel like I had a good one. What's
like your least favorite Robin Williams film? I feel like I only hear about all your good ones. I want to hear what your least favorite is. Night at Museum.
That's up there.
Oh really?
I liked Popeye as a kid. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I don't know. Good Morning Vietnam was fantastic. Dead Poets Society, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Hook was okay. Aladdin was decent. Miss Doubtfire, great. Jumanji, great. Flubber, I liked. Good Will Hunting, Patch Adams. Yeah, I honestly think it's gonna have to be either one, Happy Feet, which he was a voice actor and not even a real actor,
Oh, that's funny.
or two.
Be
It's gotta
clowning
be
on Happy Feet, bro.
Night at the. Oh no, it's gonna end up being what's the one that we just talked about?
Mrs. Doubtfire,
No.
Patch Adams,
No.
Jumanji.
We literally just talked about it being his word. License to Wed. License to Wed
Oh,
was
yeah.
absolute ass.
That movie sucked. Yeah, for sure.
It was terrible.
Yeah, or RV.
John Cusack. The fact that he was
Krasinski.
or Krasinski, whatever.
Cusack.
They were the
I was
same.
gonna say, is that a different actor?
They're the same. Fuck it. The movie
Trash
was so
is
terrible.
trash.
It could have been anybody in it.
Trash is trash.
Yeah. My boy Jim is out here making terrible movies.
He really is. Well, yeah, that
one
time,
sucked.
yeah.
13 Hours was actually really
Terrific.
good.
Yeah, that was a great
And
movie.
then what? The silent something
Silence.
where they have to be quiet.
Oh, A Quiet
Or-
Place.
A Quiet Place. I
I was
saw
like Silent Hill.
no. A Quiet Place was actually. I saw the first
terrific.
one.
Yeah,
Was pretty good.
second one's okay, and I guess they're working on a third. I didn't like the prequel one of it, but yeah, I think the first one's terrific. Like 9 out of 10. That was a great movie.
It
Yeah,
was pretty good.
yeah, I agree. So I would probably say RV, or I totally forgot about License. That is a pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot RV was not a good. Yeah, and you know what I learned? JoJo was in RV, the singer.
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
realize that till right now. I was like, JoJo was in this movie? Probably why it's still bad.
Yes. True.
Some people should just not do acting. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us here today on Poor Judgment. As always, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. We coming up. We on the rise. We got some good stuff coming up. It's almost our yearly anniversary, dog. Almost.
We got to figure that out.
Yeah, we got to plan that accordingly. Whether I come to you or you come to me, well, whatever. As long as one of us is. I was gonna.
What?
I was gonna say as long as
one of us comes. As long as one of us comes, we both win.
As long as one of us is coming, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true. We're here to interview as a team.
It's funny because we do this together.
I'm here to clear up this pan.
It's funny because like when doing this kind of thing, you have like a split mind. Like you're like, there's what I want to say, and there's what I'm allowed to say.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially because like nowadays somehow somebody goes back to episode 1 and they're like, "Remember when you made fun of the guy in Singapore?
Yeah.
Remember when you made the racist joke?"
Yep.
But anyways, like, subscribe, follow the channel. We'll see you all next time. As always, pull up a seat, pour up a drink, and join us next time. And Marcus, give us that sweet voice of Robin Williams that we miss.
Oh, that's beautiful.